We climb to 7,000 feet. Alright. Well, now we can see the runway. Do you see it?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
This is one of the shortest, steepest, most dangerous runways in the world.
During the final, there is no missed approach because in front of you have a mountain.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Few pilots even attempted. Pete lives for it.
When you start descending, you cannot make go around.
Okay.
You have to land.
You have to land.
You have to land.
There's no opportunity, there's no second chance. Make it right and land the plane.
Nail this, and Pete'll have conquered almost every high-risk airport on the planet. That's gold in the small plane delivery game.
So your enemy point would be
The trees.
a little bit higher, between the trees and the runway. Maintain altitude for the moment,
Oops, sorry.
and now we can start descending.
Got it. Right now, the sun is really making it tough on final.
Yeah.
The airstrip's so steep, Pete needs full power, even after landing.
And increase power.
Pete's full throttle, but it's not enough.
You have full power?
Yep, full power.
It's so steep, we got stuck. They had to help us push. If you're on approach and it doesn't go well, you hit a wall. Anybody can use advanced training to make them a better, safer pilot. I got the certificate, and I'm ready to go.
Good thing, because Pete will have to attempt this landing without an instructor on his next job.
That is a fun plane.
Hoping these guys can tell us a little bit more about it.
Cory's already scoping out Pete's next delivery.
Here she is, boss. It's gonna get you across the ocean.
How does it look?
Looks clean. Looks real nice.
Cory buys and sells small aircraft all over the world. But delivering the plane to the client is the real rush.
It's always fun to walk up to these planes for the first time, though. You know?
It is.
Knowing that we're going to be doing this incredible, epic, dangerous flight over the ocean in winter.
Yeah, you always pick the good seasons. Is that just luck, or
Bargo, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
everybody would do it?
One sour deal can bankrupt an airplane business, but Cory keeps upping his game.
We're expanding so fast that it's almost a little scary. It's just mind-boggling to think that I touched 22 countries within a year. It's like a dream. It's definitely a challenge that we deal with every single day, and even if you're doing more business, there's stresses from every corner.
Russ helps take the load off.
Looks good from here.
In this racket, a top-notch mechanic helps make sure you see your next birthday.
Every time I walk up to an airplane, I can just get a feel for it. I can just do a walk around. I can tell if she's been maintained or if it's been neglected.
Russ has got my back. I generally don't fly a plane until he tells me it's okay. Aha! Look who's here! Super Pete. What's up, boss?
What's happening, dude?
How you doing, man?
Good. Good trip down?
Pete has a reputation in the flying world. He's a test pilot, and I'm lucky enough to be able to learn and travel with the best of them. And it's gonna be just an epic adventure.
So this is our ride for the next 58 hours, 12 stops, 14 countries.
They face the teeth-rattling cold of the far north, where after 8 hours, even the sun calls it quits. Then take another shot at that death-defying runway Pete just conquered and brace for the dangerous, war-torn deserts of Sudan. Last stop, Kenya, an epic journey of almost 18,000 kilometers.
I have 17,000 hours. I've flown 250 types of airplane, hundreds of test flights. I still love it, though. It's hard to explain. When you love something, you just love it. All right, you want to hop in?
Pete and Cory are itching to kick off the journey, starting with a test drive.
Hello, traffic. Caravan 8, November Tango on the roll, 3-4, left traffic. I ever tell you I love my job?
Doesn't suck, does it?
Airspeed's alive both sides. Pressures and temperatures look good. She's wanting to fly.
Autopilot's working, boss.
This 1990 Cessna Caravan is a slow ride, but it's got swagger.
It's a very robust airplane. It has rugged landing gear, and it can carry a lot of weight.
Well, I like what I see.
Yeah, so far so good.
But a used plane can hide some ugly scars.
Abbeville traffic, Caravan 8 November Tango is downwind runway 34, gonna be a low flyby.
To find them, you want to push the plane while you still have a runway around.
Yank and bang, baby. Here we go, hold on.
Pretty excited to be here in Germany.
Kerry and Marcio are joining forces for their own wild ride.
How are you, my friend?
It's a little different than Australia.
A little bit.
The last time Kerry and Marcio teamed up,
Level off.
it was in a high-flying, state-of-the-art Phenom jet that Kerry didn't know how to handle.
Last year, he was teaching me pretty much everything because I knew nothing about that plane. Roles are kind of reversed this time. He hasn't flown a propeller-driven airplane in a really long time.
This mission is absolutely completely different from my normal environment. I've been flying all this big, enormous jets, but now I'm flying this little bitty Mosquito, you know, with one little propeller going. So we'll see how it goes.
Don't worry, this is the warm part of the flight. It gets colder. We're going a lot further north.
Marcio's also out of his element on the ground.
You know, for a Brazilian guy like me.
Whoa!
Okay.
Want to save his computer.
Hold on. Gotta recuperate a little bit.
Shake it up, puppy. You hit hard.
It knocked the wind out of my lungs.
See, your only experience up till now with ice is in drinks.
That's right.
When it's on the ground,
That's
it's
right.
dangerous.
We don't do that. I don't know why people live here. I am bleeding, by the way.
Oh, no.
Great way to start a flight.
Cory and Pete want to be wheels up within the hour.
Test flight went good. Everything checks out really nice. Plane flies good.
All right, let's close everything, lock everything, and get out of here.
But Russ has a nose for trouble.
Let's see what we got here. Avionics.
It really sucks. Hey, Cory!
Yeah.
What is your O2 gauge reading?
What's that?
Hey, guys. What does that oxygen gauge read up there?
0.0.
That's what I was afraid of. We got a nice oxygen system and no gas.
So it either leaks or it's empty.
Right. We won't know that till we fill it.
Okay.
The Caravan isn't pressurized, like a commercial jet. If Cory and Pete try to fly high without oxygen, they could both pass out.
If we get in the middle of some serious icing and the only way out of it is to climb up, we need the oxygen so we're able to do that.
One tip-off icing might be in your future when brutal weather is.
Let me show you the satellite shot.
That's nice. Spinning right in our path.
Yep. And that looks like headwind and significant icing.
Fargo, we need this oxygen to work.
We're gonna get that oxygen card out there, and that's when we're gonna find out if it leaks or not. If it leaks, we got some big problems.
And the buyer thinks we left today.
God.
So it's not looking good, huh?
No.
And this delay isn't helping us at all.
No, the delay is making it worse, actually. Oh, it's bad.
I'm on it.
Russ races to fix the oxygen system, but not fast enough for Pete and Cory.
Here there's a big weather system that's building, and so if we leave without the oxygen being serviced, it'll put us right in the middle of weather. It could put us in worse headwinds. It could shorten the range of the airplane. So having the oxygen is a big deal.
At the very least, I would like to get a mask. You
Yeah.
can borrow one, plug
Yeah.
into the front, flush the system out, give it a breath, and see if it works.
So we plug this in here, you push and turn. And then right here is the switch to turn on the oxygen system. And we should have this red turn to green showing that it's flowing, and it's not.
Hey, Russ. Yeah, back here. It's not flowing. Not flowing.
I'm not getting any pressure through here. They either got a bad valve or a blockage in the system.
It's frustrating because we're here twiddling our thumbs, watching the weather get worse by the second.
I hope there's nothing wrong with the regulator valve.
The valve itself?
It's essentially an on-off switch.
Should be simple.
It's very simple. Either works or it doesn't, and it's not. So what I gotta do is disconnect it and trace it and find out where we're losing it.
Russ has to find a swift fix,
Every time.
or the new buyer will be working up a storm of his own.
Is that it right there?
Kerry and Marcio size up the plane they'll share for the next 6 days.
Very nice.
It's very nice.
This 2010 Cirrus can fly high and fast. And unlike most small aircraft, it's not afraid of a little bad weather, thanks to its state-of-the-art de-icing system.
Now, this is even nicer than the one I flew last year.
Is it really?
Yeah. On this flight, it's kind of what my specialty is. Single-engine prop planes over the Atlantic. In the middle of the winter, it's right there on the edge. It's where I belong.
Now the question is, can I fit in it? Let's
Check
find
it out, Bob. Let's see if you sit in that sucker. Okay, that's all you get.
Oh, I got, huh?
Marcio hasn't stepped up to a plane this size in 20 years.
Okay. Okay, there's might be an issue here.
Yeah, there's gonna
There might be an issue here.
Yeah, this is not a convertible. We can't fly it with the top down.
Are you sure? The last propeller airplane that I've flown was on my initial flight training back in Brazil, and we had to hand crank the propeller. Didn't even have a starter. So it's gonna give me some time to know the noises, the smells, the feels to the airplane. All right, so let's start putting stuff on where they belong, dude. Let's start doing
That's what I'm doing.
Charts, camera, life vests, GPS locator if someone needs to find us, handheld radio if someone needs to find us. This airplane is unpressurized, so we're gonna have to use oxygen as we go. One more thing that can go wrong, you know, but we don't have to deal with any of this on a big jet. Let's go.
Let's go do it. I'm pretty confident in the airplane. Not quite as confident in my co-pilot. Decided to get this baby in the air, see what she can do.
I officially don't like this.
Clear for takeoff for 825, November Charlie Alpha. Let's go flying, puppy. Is alive. Alive and kicking. Coming up to 70. Okay, here you go. Bring it up. Up's up. It's okay, bring it up, bring it up.
In a jet, Marcio would rocket straight for the sky. But takeoff in the Cirrus is more like riding an escalator.
Didn't feel the pressure in the back of my seat, you know, going straight up. It feels really weird. I mean, really, really weird. Oh man, we're gonna stall this thing, you know? Come on, I gotta get going. Yeah, well, if you do this, you're gonna stall this thing. It will not go. It just feels funny.
The Cirrus is slow at takeoff,
Down to 4,000 feet, Charlie Alpha.
but now it's hard to hold her back.
You've gotta be me.
They're flying too fast to land,
This thing does not like to slow down. No?
but if Kerry cuts the power too much, they'll stall.
I don't want to go completely idle. This isn't a jet, but it's too, we're freaking hauling ass. 30% power.
I go below that, the engine starts running like hell.
Really? The hell? Are you sure?
Oh, here.
Kerry bleeds off more power, and the engine threatens to quit.
Hey, I'm disconnected here. I'll give me a little slip here to slow me down to lap speed.
Kerry tries an old hand-flying trick. He banks the Cirrus to the right and pushes hard on the left rudder.
That's it. All right, there we go.
It creates drag on the plane, like a hockey player skidding to a stop.
500.
It slows the Cirrus enough to lower the flaps,
Watch your speed.
but it's still fast.
Minimums. Minimums.
God, I hate this throttle.
Cory and Marcio brace for a high-speed landing.
Come on, come on. Just coming up. This bumps off.
Scare me just a little bit.
Coming into land, she doesn't like to slow down. You know, when I throttled back, it just started missing a little bit.
It didn't sound different to me. So you thought that sounded
Oh yeah,
a little different?
I could feel it. You get in tune with these engines, you know, everything's nice and smooth and humming. As soon as I could feel it, you know, I was squeezing that throttle back ever so slightly, and all of a sudden I could feel the dun, dun, dun. She started running just a little bit rough.
We jet people, we train that, okay, what if I lose one engine? What do? You do this, this, and that. And then you think about, well, I only have one engine, what do? So it's a little nerve-wracking, a little bit. Still a little uncomfortable.
Cory and Pete are also on edge.
Wow.
That's nasty. This low, that's gonna be moving up the coast. When these two start overlapping, we're gonna see this low feed moisture to that cold front, and it's gonna look like this picture.
Two storms are set to collide on their flight path.
This low matures into a big tropical disaster, feeding all kinds of moisture in there.
They have to leave in less than an hour,
But we really need to go.
or they could be stuck here for days.
This is good.
But Russ has finally worked his magic.
Who'd have thunk it? Stupid regulator valve. Guys awake?
Fargo, what's going on?
Well, I finally got some good news.
We do?
Yeah. The oxygen works.
You fixed it?
Yeah, we unseated the valve and now it's working fine.
Sometimes it's the simple things that cause big problems. A valve was stuck, and Russ pried it loose.
Your chariot awaits, boss.
Nice job, buddy.
Well, we try.
So how did you finally break it loose?
Well, we exercised the valve a little bit. It must have been inactive for so long that the valve just seated. So let's hop up there and give her a test.
Okay, Bargo. Let's hope for some green
Here it is.
here.
Red bad, green good.
Oh!
It's magic!
We got oxygen.
Smell it. Magic. Smell it. Smell it.
Nice. Hit me. Come.
I like it. Good job.
That's those little things in their world.
Finally. We're just gonna do a systems check real quick, make sure everything works. Top off with fuel, and we're shooting northeast, hopefully before this storm rolls in.
Very good.
Russ makes sure their weapons are ready to deploy.
These guys are flying over some pretty rough weather in the winter, and icing could be a real big problem. And you see so many surfaces that are just exposed on this airplane that you could pick up a lot of ice.
The Caravan's leading edges are equipped with de-ice boots. They're tougher than they look.
You have to wait until a little bit of ice builds up on it before you pop the boots, and this will actually inflate, crack the ice off. The ice goes off, and then you've got a nice clear airfoil again.
You ready, boss?
Yeah, man.
Let's fuel up and get out of here.
Let's hit it.
I guess it's go time. This is always the heart-wrenching part of the job. You start second-guessing everything.
Cory needs to strap in
Let's brief it up.
for a shakeup in the cockpit.
60 hours of flying, every weather scenario possible. Huge learning opportunity for you. I want you to fly like you're a captain. I want you to start thinking like you're a captain. I will push Cory 100% to be acting as the captain on this trip. Make the decision. Here's the weather. Figure it out.
Last year, I flew a bunch of planes, but I was mostly sitting in the right seat. This flight, I want to prove to Pete, prove to myself that I can fly the plane. I can do it by myself.
Cory knows how to fly a plane, but a captain needs razor-sharp focus, and that is going to be a challenge.
My personal life definitely suffers. You know, I've been separated from my wife. I do the best I can, and when I'm with my kids, I try and spend some genuine time with them, but it's tough.
Daddy.
I'm gonna miss your birthday.
Well, Cory's got some personal challenges right now that he's dealing with. It's very distracting. I get all of that. Been there, done that. And he has to learn to keep that out of the cockpit. All right?
Let's do it.
Cool. Set it. Go. Let's get the dogs in the kennel. All right, Chief, you ready?
Yep. And Baton Rouge Tower. Caravan 388, November Tango is ready for departure, runway 31.
Caravan 388, November Tango, Baton Rouge Tower, wind 280 at 7. Turn right heading 050, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Tower set, pressure and temperatures look good, airspeed's alive.
Outstanding. All right, you're clear right, clear on course.
We're finally out. Baton Rouge, we're making tracks in the air. My first time flying a Caravan.
The adventure is on.
It's awesome. I love it.
For Marcio and Kerry,
It doesn't look good, does it?
winter delivers a sucker punch.
Stay here now? No. We're going to England.
Yeah, when?
Soon. No? What's gonna happen?
Snow.
It's gonna get worse? It'll close the runway? How long do we have?
Now, I would say around 30 minutes.
We have about 30 minutes, all right. We got 30 minutes or the runway's closed? Let's boogie.
Let's get out of here.
The runway's going to be closed for maybe the rest of the day, so we've got to get out of here while the runway is still clear.
From Europe, Kerry and Marcio will arc over the North Atlantic, crossing paths midair with Cory and Pete. They'll butt up against some of the same obstacles too. 3,600 kilometers of icy ocean and weather that changes faster than a NASCAR pit crew. They'll then cut cross-continent to deliver the plane in Vegas, covering 28% of the globe in their tiny single prop.
Okay. Preview flight plan. Okay, we just got our flight plan on, so we gotta go. Kerry, you good?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right.
You see your side of the tail?
That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good.
Say something, say something.
Check.
Okay, there you go.
I can't hardly see the taxiway here.
Hello, little girl. How have you been? Ready for another crazy adventure. November 537 Charlie Alpha, we're ready for departure.
Runway 07, cleared for takeoff. Bye.
Thanks for help, November 537 Charlie Alpha. Bring your engines up. Looking good, everything on the green.
Speed's alive.
Alive. 80 knots. Go ahead and rotate. Coming up.
Engine instruments still in the green.
Is that vibration?
I don't know. Don't like it.
Is this vibration?
That is not good.
What do you think it is?
Engine.
Huh?
It's the engine.
But it's not doing anything.
No.
I thought you put an autopilot so we can see what's going on.
I was too rich.
Kerry thinks the engine is choking on too much gas, so he cuts back on the flow.
Our fuel flow was way above what it was supposed to be. So that's what was running so hot. I mean, that's what that roughness was.
The engine is purring now, and they climb to 20,000 feet.
Oxygen required. Wow, that's cool. Let's do that.
Flying high, the Cirrus can go faster using less fuel, but the thin air makes it tough to breathe.
How much you put in it?
I'm just gonna give it like the first notch, just so I can feel it.
Airwinder November 537 Charlie Alpha requesting higher, 220. November 537 Charlie Alpha, climb flight level 220. Climb 220, Charlie Alpha.
As the Cirrus climbs to a higher altitude, the oxygen level takes another dive.
Radar on November 537 Charlie Alpha, flight level 220.
And suddenly, so does Marcio.
How you feel, Marcio?
Just okay. Great.
When your brain is starved for oxygen, feeling not great comes just before passing out.
You know what I should do? Maybe change the mask.
I was gonna say.
Well, let's do that. And I'm off one for a second, okay? Don't unscrew yet.
When you're flying this high, sometimes the nose pieces won't get you the oxygen sufficiently, so I'll switch to the mask and hopefully that'll give a high enough flow.
I don't know what's going on.
There, I'll get it.
Do you really feel it?
Where's that other piece?
Marcio hasn't been breathing any oxygen for 3 whole minutes. Without it, his brain can't function and his cells will begin to die. It's called hypoxia, and it's killed countless pilots.
While Marcio's struggling with his mask, his brain is getting starved for oxygen. Everything's starting to fall apart. I'm getting a little concerned. If he gets any more hypoxia, he could actually pass out.
Feeling all right, Marcio. Put your headset in. Feeling a little better? Yeah, you were off oxygen for a little while. That probably was hard on you. 22,000 is no joke, man.
I thought I was about to pass out. No, I was a little panicked.
A bit panicky?
It's just like, you get the air, but there's no oxygen. My thought process was slow, really slow, and I tried to figure this out, and you can't figure it out.
I know, man. I could see it. You couldn't figure out, it's like a puzzle, and you're like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Man, this was messed up.
Could you imagine if you were by yourself trying to do that? Switching it over, and all of a sudden you get hypoxia.
230 for 220.
That's it, you're done.
Spawn 901, hello,
A dead man. Wow.
Hey, you might have a nice little headache this evening from that adventure. I'm glad you're back. I need my Marcio to help me fly the airplane, you know.
It's been 2.5 hours since Cory and Pete left Louisiana.
I'm gonna call and get an update on our weather.
Okay. Good idea.
November 8 November Tango, roger. It looks like right now there is some icing indicated across that entire route of flight.
2 storms up ahead threaten to box them in.
It almost looks like we're like right on the verge of being in it.
Yeah.
Because look, there's moisture. Probably should get above those clouds.
Yeah, we need to get above them.
4 hours ahead over New England, the storms are colliding into a mega blizzard, so destructive, authorities declare a state of emergency. Millions are bracing for hurricane winds and record snowfall. And thousands of commercial airliners are grounded.
I'm asking the general public to make decisions that are wise.
I think we're in it, boss.
Okay, let's climb. Atlanta, 388 November Tango. We're gonna climb another 1,000 feet, 13.5.
Cory's training to be a captain. He needs to focus as he navigates his first major storm.
Would you mind taking controls for a sec so I can try and calm my son before he goes to bed?
Yeah, got it.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing? I'm in the airplane flying right now, but I wanted to call you before you went to bed.
There's a saying among pilots: if you can't leave your worries at home, stay home.
Cory, flip the ice light. Flip on the ice light.
I'm proud of you, buddy. Well, have a good night, and tell Brenna that I love her when she wakes up, okay?
Outside the cockpit, the storm is bumping up against the Caravan.
Right on the verge of it snowing. So we're doing what we can to get there as quick as possible. Think the clouds are gonna come up, or do you think we're gonna stay on top of this?
I don't want us flying into ice right now.
Thank you.
I need to go a little higher to get over this next bowl.
Well, I think we'll be hitting the bottle. Oxygen bottle, that is. All right, where's our oxygen mask?
The temperature we're at, there would be massive icing down below. But we're picking up light icing right now. Would you like to go higher, sir?
Yeah, let's climb some.
The Caravan is rated to go into icing conditions, but it does not handle ice well. Ice will kill you. Ice, when it accumulates, it will stop the airplane from flying. It doesn't matter how much power you have.
Make that climb a little faster.
Coming up.
What do we got up there? Let me see.
Picking up just a little.
Oh, yeah.
Pete and Cory are losing the battle against the ice.
How you look on your side, boss?
Me. It's a problem.
Kerry should be resting before he has to take off again. Instead, he's lining up his next job.
Hey, Claire.
Hey, Ned. What's up?
Claire McCauley is a student in Wisconsin. She's also a pilot, hell-bent to ferry fly.
Were you able to get away for those dates that I sent you for this Uruguay trip?
Like, is there any way you can push it back? Because that's when my finals are. Like,
there's no way you can take them earlier or something like that? Talk to your professors?
no. I already tried asking my Spanish teacher if I could take it early, and she said no.
I'll see what I can do. I still have to get this plane over the North Atlantic in the wintertime, so.
Well, delay that trip or something. I don't know. Just push it back. I really want to go.
Oh, I know. I've been wanting to get you on a ferry flight for a long time.
Just be ready to go when I get back.
Yep. Have fun. Let me know how your trip's going.
Cool. Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bringing his daughter on board will have to wait. Right now, there's this trip to finish.
Okay, Marcio, I think I want to have you do the takeoff on this one.
If a pilot's going to fly small planes over the ocean, he needs to learn as much as possible about the systems in the airplane and how they work.
Remember, it's not a jet. Don't point it at the sky. Everything looks like it's in the green. Pass, undercarriage, mixer set, props pump. Da-da-da, let's go.
Marcio's skills will get a workout on the way to Wick, Scotland. Just in time for the 3,600 kilometers of open ocean and unpredictable weather.
Once he takes off and start flying, just let it go. Don't try to lift it up. We just need to climb a little bit.
If you don't start doing takeoffs and landings, you'll never get comfortable in the airplane. You just got to do it.
There you go. Just nice and slow and easy. I'll get the flaps when I think you're ready. Go on at that pitch down. There you go.
Got it.
Oh, yes, very nice.
Woo! Marcio drives an airplane with a propeller.
That's about time, my brother. That was a real nice takeoff.
A lot of these propeller guys, they look at us a little different. They just think that we are just maybe too comfortable.
Go ahead and give me a direction, Ori, please.
We're not just pilots. We're managing a cockpit.
It's Marcio's turn to teach Kerry a new trick, how to program the autopilot system.
Okay, that's good. So,
Doesn't look right, though.
No, yeah. Okay, you gotta put nav, remember? Nav.
I'm a basic stick and rudder man. I don't like to let technology do the flying for me. I don't enjoy it. I like to be hands-on. I like to do the flying myself.
Okay, hit heading. No.
Nori.
I plan.
Kerry's weakness is the technology. This airplane is very modern. It's one of the most modern aircrafts out there.
Marcio has faith in technology, and he's determined to pull old-school Kerry into the modern world.
You know, enough of this hand-flying nonsense. You cannot be flying this and looking at that and dealing with the radios.
Yeah, but you already know how to run this flight management system. What you need practice is flying this airplane.
Marcio's more of a typical jet pilot than I am. He doesn't really know that much about the actual mechanics of the airplane. So once they get to altitude, they hit the autopilot, and they really have nothing to do until they get to their destination. That's not what this flight's going to be at all.
The airplane wants the pitot heat.
What's with you and your pitot heat when we're not needing?
Because this thing, it gives you a message. See, I don't want a busy screen if something goes really wrong.
The plane's computer takes the better safe than sorry approach, like telling pilots to warm up the pitot, the instrument that monitors airspeed. Kerry doesn't want an electronic chaperone.
No, you should put your pitot heat on because I'm the computer and I know best.
I want this thing to be clean because if we have something that is bad, it's going to show up here.
I don't use electricity I don't need, so I never turn the pitot heat on unless I'm in icing condition.
Honestly speaking, Kerry's in command, but I'm the boss. So I'll let him do whatever he wants to do until he crosses my comfort zone.
Just put it on even though we don't need it. The airplane doesn't get unhappy.
It's time to accumulate a little bit more.
Yeah.
Cory and Pete are struggling to stay above the storm clouds, but a layer of ice is building up on the wings.
Will you 27 your head over here? Yeah, go ahead and blow the boots. Okay, you ready, boss?
The de-icing boots inflate to break up the ice and throw it off the wing's edges.
That's awesome.
But there's a limit.
De-icing boots, that's not the fix-all. If we start accumulating a lot of ice, it's a problem, a big problem.
It's still very hazardous because it changes your airfoil shape, it adds drag, it adds weight to the airplane.
Could we have waited another few seconds to pop the boots?
Blowing the boots just buys you a little time, and the ice can accumulate faster than those boots can blow it off, and then you die.
That's some angry looking. Cory, pop the boots.
Good time?
Yeah.
Okay, here they come. Boots coming on.
Cory and Pete are cornered.
We're getting pounding on our speed. All the way down to 125 knots. 120 is our minimum for icing.
Any slower, and the ice will pile up faster than they can blast it off.
November 8, November Tango did have one pilot report, and that aircraft was picking up light clear ice at 15,000 over.
Roger, copy the PIREPs, appreciated. Okay, I think that was the show killer, was the clear ice report.
Clear ice can build up all over the wing, and it's shatterproof.
he's got clear icing short of destination right here, okay? This plane can't handle clear icing. And makes basically speed brakes on the wing.
So what do we do?
We're not gonna risk our lives. We descend into clear icing, that's gonna be an emergency.
Pete makes the call.
Yeah, let's get down there kind of hastily, okay?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, we made it.
That was a day of professional flying. That wasn't for the amateurs.
We still got ice. Ice that we picked up coming in. Look at all that. There was chunks of it.
We lucked out. It's not even snowing yet here. It was snowing like, what, 10 miles out?
The forecast shows a huge storm coming in, calling for a couple feet. We probably are going to be stuck here for a couple days.
Kerry and Marcio are cruising through clear skies.
Wow, this is crazy. It's gorgeous.
Finally, jet-loving Marcio can see why Kerry prizes his prop planes.
Flying down below here, it's so much cooler to see the scenery, you know? The jets, I'm always flying so high. You lose all this.
I mean, that's got to be one of the Scottish locks. I wonder if that's Loch Ness. Very fortunate today, my friend. Luck is on our side. I see Wick.
Wick approach, November 537 Charlie Alpha, passing 5.8 and 18 miles out.
Wick approach, good afternoon. Information Bravo currents, runway 31, join report left base.
Roger, 7 Charlie Alpha.
Okay, gas on the pullage tank, undercarriage downwell. Man, this engine...
No, I think we're doing something wrong.
I know.
The engine is acting up again, and the airport is still 30 kilometers away.
Take control manually. I'm not comfortable being this far out of water, this low, with that engine not...
Okay, I got it.
What we're planning for now is that stopping at any second. Wick 7 Charlie Alpha, we've got a rough running engine. We're going to take it in close.
Bring it. 7 Charlie Alpha, roger, this understood. Need to declare an emergency.
Next time on Dangerous Flights, Killer Cold.
How long is it going to take for them to come and get us?
Nowhere to hide.
Minus 31. Ooh,
Pretty desolate, man.
very desolate.
I don't like how long these shadows are getting right now.
Second guessing the mission.
This is a bad idea. Look at my fingers. Almost frozen.
Man, your fingertips are cold.